Good evening and welcome to my daily broadcast. My name is Barry Selby. This is Messages from the Masculine number 211. These numbers start boggling my mind. I'm thinking if I keep going, this is going to be a massive number. Anyway, yes, daily broadcasts on different topics around purpose, love, relationships, masculine and feminine polarity, stuff like that. So let me introduce myself formally. My name is Barry Selby. I am a best-selling author, speaker, and relationship attraction expert, helping strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business. I'm also a passionate champion for the divine feminine. And these talks, which are messages from the masculine to inspire the feminine heart, are for everybody. And this topic is actually a detour from what I've been doing the last few days. For the last, just checking something here. For the last, sorry, just checking what's going on here. All right, there we go. For the last few days, I did part 1, 2, and 3. So it was the last few days. That was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, today's Friday. I talked about planning for the new year and what you can do for the new year. And I want to throw a bigger topic on the table right now, which is, hi, good to see you here on my broadcast. 2018, I saw an article about this a couple of days ago, which is that the 2018 is an 11 year. For those who do numerology, because 2, 1, and 8 add up to 11, and 11 is the number of mastery. So 2018 is a year of mastery. That's how I got to that title. And it feels about time. I was sitting with that idea a couple of days ago when I first heard it, or read it rather, and it was actually kind of reassuring in a way. And part of that is because I've been feeling this pull for a while now, actually, just looking back, to step into a new level of my work, to basically bring it out into the world. You know, for those of you who've been watching me, I've done, thank you, I'm glad you're here too. This past, as I said, this is number 211 in my daily Facebook Lives. That means for the last 8 months, I've been doing these broadcasts every day. Good to see you. Yes, hi again. Let me get my thoughts in alignment. They're just like drifting around. So, doing this broadcast every day for the last 8 months or so. And for those of you who don't know, I have been on 38, 39 telesummits the last 3 years. Been a featured expert speaking about relationships, about love, about purpose, about things like that as well. And what I keep getting the nudge and the encouragement, coaching, guidance, prodding, and hints. That's five things to start with. From different sources, including my own coach and from Spirit and other things I work too. I'm aware that my work is being called to a higher level next year, which is next week. So the topic today is to perhaps challenge you to think about this too, and it's partly to expose myself, as it were, in talking about this in a different way, because for me there's a shift happening in my work. Part of it is I'm being pulled into the world to speak. I've already got 2 events brewing, one in January, one in February. I'll be speaking at in person, like physical events, not virtual events. I'm also feeling the vibration of, I don't know if it's the right word, but the hunch, the intuition of that this is something I'm finally going to start doing this with somebody else. I've been doing this work now, building up for several years, and it's not gone the way I'd like to. Okay, I'm tempted to stop myself saying what I'm going to say, so I'm going to say it anyway. Just to be transparent, I love what I do. I love serving my audience. I love serving my clients, and when it's not going to the level of impact that I want it to, I feel frustrated. And over the last several years, it's been in waves, where I've been very busy and very happy and have lots of support and lots of work, and then it's been drought periods. And for me, living my work in the world and living my purpose work, which is what I've been working on for the last several years, when I'm not being functional, it feels debilitating to a degree. And I've been reading lots of articles recently, and maybe it's just because I'm thinking about that, so it's coming back to me. And it's about the law of attraction. I mentioned that yesterday. Yesterday I mentioned that one in number 3 of my 3-part series so far about keys to making 2018 a rocking year. And by the way, I'd recommend you watch those because there's some good content in there. But what I've been feeling innately it's been for a while now, for the last several months, but particularly recently I've been reading articles and memes and nudges that, I've got to say it, I'm watching myself fight this one, so it means I've got to talk about it. Is for me to step in my mastery, it requires me to be in partnership. And it's not just because they're about relationships that I need to be in a relationship, because there are people who've been in 30-year relationships that can't teach a thing about it. So it's not about that part, as much as it is the coming together of energies that become collaborative and expansive beyond the possibility of me on my own or my partner on my own. So this is coming up a lot lately. So that's on the table. And so in some ways 2018 about mastery is about mastering my role and ability to function in partnership, because I haven't been one for a long time, business or relation or romantic. And for those who know me and know my work, I've said this before about why I've been single. So I'm not in a place where I'm regretting that, but I'm also aware that something's shifting for me. So 2018 is bringing up lots of possibilities for me already, and it's only 3 days away. So it's time. So now put that piece on the table and got that off my chest, I can speak more clearly on some other parts. Mastery is a big word. Duh. Obviously so. There's actually several books on mastery, and one of them by William Goldman, I think it is, talks about mastery in a level about how we achieve mastery in phases, in stages. The way we get to mastery is not like we become masterful and we live that way forever. It's that we get to mastery of something, and then we'll reach a plateau where we enjoy that and we express that for a while, and then we'll start realizing there's more to go, and then we'll look, okay, I need to go to a higher level, and then we go to another level of mastery and go along that level. And so we have this continual, like, stair-stepping, but with ramps, as it were. Stair-stepping where we get one level of achievement of mastery, and then we'll find we hit a wall. I'm doing this backwards. Let me start again. Let me do visuals a different way. So we're coming along in life. We got a level of experience and expertise, and we hit a wall. And what happens? We learn we have to grow. So eventually we decide to grow up in position, and we raise a level of mastery to a new level. And then we cruise along that level for a while, and then we hit another wall, or another awakening, or another challenge, opportunity. And we said, okay, I want to grow again. And that moves you up to another level and keep growing. So basically what happens is that the level we started at, which may have been last week, last month, or last decade, isn't where we are now. We've grown. So mastery for 2018, as I'm talking about the topic, isn't a one-stop shop. It's not a one single goal to get to. It's going to be, I suspect, for most of us, and certainly not for myself, that I've already got some things brewing. I can feel them, where life is going to change. Not much about my work, but my life and what I'm doing in the world is going to change in more than one aspect. And to be honest, it excites me. I'm feeling these coming up, and it's like, oh crap, no, oh good. So if you're having the same feelings that I've been having, if you're having sense of what's coming next year, that's going to be a very different year from last year, because I know it's going to be a different year, because 2017, 2017, which is a 1 year, is beginnings, I think. But next year is an 11 year, which is mastery. So this is numerologically speaking. But before I go any further, I'm not an expert at this stuff. I just take the words and go, what do I mean by that? What does that mean to me? So for me, mastery is about stepping into a higher level of being, higher level of doing, and a higher level of communication as well. And that is going to push me to my next level of expression, I know, and open up into new spaces. So I guess I'm inviting you, challenging you, encouraging you, nudging you, prodding you to say to yourself, what does mastery mean to you? What is your next step? What are you willing to look at as a place to go? Because my work is moving beyond, and I've been talking about this for a while. These talks, these Facebook Lives, by the way, were inspired. The first one I did back in December last year were inspired. Hey, Laurie, good to see you here. Hang on, I have to get my glasses because some of these words come through and you get these big words on there. Cheers to mastery and transformation. Yes, exactly. Cheers to mastery and transformation. Absolutely. And you see, this is the thing that I've been aware since I did the first broadcast of this series back in December last year originally, because I did them every week until I got challenged to go daily. It was because of what happened after the election. That was really what started this whole thing. was I wanted to speak up for women from a masculine voice because it wasn't being voiced in the media as far as I could tell. That's what started this whole thing for me. And even though I've been in the relationship business, talking about it, writing about it, best-selling book, etc., for several years, there was a push in me to speak about stepping up and saying women need to be honored, respected, and appreciated. And if I was the only voice from the male side, or just one of the many voices from the male side, I had to do it anyway. And that's what started this. So for this broadcast, a lot of the talks I've done in between the talks about relationship content, about how men and women can work together and how they don't work together, there's been a lot of seeds planting about helping women own their power in the world. This coming year, I think it's stepping up to another level, which is going to make up the men too. There's a feeling, I can feel it shifting me already to say this. There's a feeling coming up that there's a requirement now for, again, as I mentioned, I'm feeling being pulled into partnership, or I should say pushed into partnership this coming year. How it's going to work, I'm not sure yet. I have some ideas, but I could be wrong because it's not my choice. It's Spirit's choice, I believe. Well, we're working things out. There's a piece in this that I get very clearly that the work I'm going to be doing in the world will not just be about supporting women, because, well, it will be. Because to support women, it also requires to educate and support the men to treat them better. Because me talking to women about being respected and being appreciated is wonderful and great, but if no men are listening to it and doing anything about it, it's not helping women ultimately either. So I'm feeling this deepening in my message that may end up becoming more, I was going to say polarity-based or bipolarity. No, that's the road I'm going down to. But I'm finding myself being called to a level of mastery when I'm speaking to both sides of the conversation. That's what it's about. So I'm inviting partnership in that, which is going to make it interesting, I know, because it keeps me in a place where I don't know everything. Because I don't anyway. A lot of these talks, especially the last couple of months, have been very spirit-guided, where I didn't actually know what I was going to talk about until I started, and then I had these downloads that came through, and I was kind of like, I guess that's mastery? Which it is. The more I give over my ego and give over my control of what I'm trying to say, to let the deeper truth come through me, is the more mastery I'm presenting and being in the flow of in the world. And that one I recommend you check out as well. If you can find your own way of tapping into that, to listen deeper and not be so driven by this ego up here, your life will transform. It's changing mine as day by day. And it's challenging because it's not a predictable path, and it doesn't guarantee any results. But I can't say no. I'm just saying yes to this because it's pulling me in. So this talk today may be more of a confession, in a way, of speaking my truth and sharing some of my own journey and some of my own hurdles and some of my own intentions. But I hope what we get from this is to take this in for yourself. That some of the things I'm sharing here are for you to reflect on, to consider, to think about what you want to do for next year. And again, if you didn't watch my previous 3 broadcasts, which was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Lorianne, good to see you, my love. I know you're doing some new things too, which is great. For me, what I did on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which is 208, 9, and 10, in case you're looking for the numbers of broadcasts, I had 3 different keys to help you transform your 2018 to a whole new year and a big year. How to really get your vision clear and your intentions clear. So I'd advise watching those 3 broadcasts because those did land and did have good content. Today's is more of an overview for the year, as the way it's coming up for me is about what's coming up for me for this coming year. How to step into mastery, which is how to be a better messenger, is what's coming up for me in a lot of ways too. And yes, it is also about how do I live my life in a more masterful way, which is, I'm on the way, but I've got more to grow into, which is good. It's not a static place, by the way. Mastery is never a static position. So if you're thinking that's like, get to the goal and finish, no. You'll get to the goal and go, oh, there's more and more and more, and it keeps going. So mastery is a calling, and it's a path, and it's a lifestyle. Are you up for it? That, I think, is really about what I want to talk about. I wanted to put this out. It came up very recently, so these are one of these things where my talks are not planned ahead. They're not scripted. There's no cheat cards, bullet points, or any of that stuff. It's just what's real. So I invite you to comment below, please, any thoughts you have in response to this. If this triggers anything for you, if you're feeling called to step into your own mastery. I know I've got some skills and tools to help people with, so if you do want to get more help in this area, I invite you to reach out to me over social media. And again, I do suggest, if you haven't yet planned your 2018, to look at the 3 broadcasts I did yesterday, the day before, and the day before that, which is 208, 9, and 10, because they gave you 3 different keys on how to really plan your 2018 from a more authentic, more powerful, and more inspired place, and how to do it the right way, or a right way. Let me be true about it. It's not the right way. So before you go ahead and make your New Year's resolutions or do these achievements, I have a meme I was going to post about. I'm going to open up the meme. I'm going to read it, say out loud what it is. The meme says I'm going to open up a bar. Let me use the punchline second, not first. I'm going to open up a gym in January called Resolutions, because in 2 weeks it'll become a bar because nobody will be using it anymore. The joke being that resolutions don't last, and basically for most people, New Year's resolutions last at most 2 weeks, maybe a month if you're lucky, but rarely the whole year. So what I talked about in my broadcast was first of all setting intentions, then how to do it the right way, and then what tools you can use to actually empower, infuse, and enable your intentions to take flight. If that interests you, go back and watch the broadcast. If you want deeper help, reach out to me over social media. There you go. If you haven't watched my broadcast before, yes, mastery is definitely a hero's journey. Yeah. Thank you for that, Cassandra. I appreciate that. So, if you haven't watched my broadcast before, I do this and I've come back, so I'm glad I'm remembering where I was, and I have little bookmarks on my journey. You can watch my Facebook Lives. They're always on my website, which is barryselby.com, where you find all my stuff. If you go to video blog, you'll see it there, which has all my broadcasts from this one all the way back. If you go to my YouTube channel, you find them there, and also on my business page, where they tend to sit more collectively. So on my personal page, I post personal stuff. And if you want help in this area or any area about love and relationships, please reach out to me. And if you know anybody who watches this broadcast, please share it with them. And again, if you would be willing to put comments below of your thoughts, experiences, stuff about mastery, I'll answer them in the comments, because I appreciate the on-screen comments you've already posted. If you're watching this replay, I won't get to them until afterwards, but I do appreciate your interaction. So thanks for joining me. If you don't watch my broadcast tomorrow or Sunday, have a happy new year. I wish you an amazing 2018, and take care of yourselves. We've got a big year coming. Mastery is not for the faint of heart. If you're watching this, I think your heart is strong. Take care. I'll see you again soon.